Okay, guys, can you hear me now? If you guys can hear me, please let me know. It must have been something wrong with my setup. I'm kind of hoping that I have fixed it now, but we'll see how we go. If you guys can let me know in the chat if you guys can hear my voice. There we go. Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, so I've opened a good chunk of these. Could you guys not hear me that whole time? Oh my goodness, I was literally just sitting here talking to myself, reading out your comments and everything. We're having a day. We're having a day where YouTube has attitude, apparently. I had to unplug and replug. Okay, so Iconic said hello from the US server. We have yet to have it live. Did a test run on my EU tune. Yeah, so as soon as I saw that it dropped on the EU server, I was like, look, I can either wait till the weekend and get a video out about it, or I can go live, try and get it out so you guys can see the items, and then if people aren't up and able to see it live, at least the video still exists on my channel, and then people can watch it if they like. So I am so sorry, guys. This whole time I thought I'm answering you, and apparently no one could hear me. You know, that's how that worked. But basically, I was opening everything and trying to make sure I didn't get double ups. I got quite a few double ups, but we did open all 20. And thank you to everyone who stuck around while it was like silent, because you must have been very bored. And it's lovely to see you, Junior and DD, thank you both for being here. Dead World said, with a walk-in closet that size, lol. I was saying when you said that I live in like hoodies and jeans, so the likelihood of me needing a closet this big is pretty slim. It's pretty slim. Iconic said, a super quiet stream. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I would never. I'm very chatty. You guys know. If it's silent, there's a problem. There's a problem because I can't help but talk. It's like my default setting. So I hope everyone did get to see the styles, but I might go through them again and just show the different things that I saw with them, because with a few of them, including this one, I feel that they look less like a construct than I would like. I'd like there to be a little bit of translucency to them, and I don't really see it with this one. The two that looked the best for construct, I think, were the yellow and green, in my opinion, but we'll go through and pop some back on, and I was trying to make sure I didn't have multiple pieces on that were different colors at the same time because they contrasted with each other. But I'm really happy that the three that I got is for this one, the Compassionate, because I think that, I mean, it suits my character the best, doesn't it? It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm a little disappointed that we don't have an ultraviolet to have a look at, and I'm really disappointed that they didn't make white or black, because I would have used the black, if anything, because the only thing I have on PlayStation is a black lantern. So let's have a look. I'm going to chuck Furious on. Yeah, see, Deadworld says exactly, need more construct materials. That's what I'm saying. I agree. And I did think these might be handy for your league, though. You've got a lot of people in your league with your different lanterns. Like, this could be very handy for you, I think. I'm pretty sure hands we didn't have red, but I will just double check. Yeah, none. So I'll take the pink off because I feel like they kind of contrast a little too much. See, the red one is the one where I felt the most that it kind of looks real. I think because the glow of it kind of makes some of the details not really look right. You can't see them as well. And also there's zero translucency. So this one was actually my least favorite, the red, because it doesn't really look to me like a construct at all. But I might be mistaken on that one. I'm not sure. Iconic said it was too quiet. Guys, I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I've been chatting away the whole time. Oh, I should check that. Man, I'm not a very quiet person. I just keep talking. Oh, there we go. GamerX said not bored. It was just creepy. It is when I'm not talking. There we go. Oh, Steve, hello, Steve. Lovely to see you here. Yeah, it is a bit of a random live. Actually, I should probably explain that a little bit better since I probably explained it when the sound was not working. I saw that there was, but when I saw it, I was like, well, I have enough time to go live with it. And even though everybody who watches my channel is basically sleeping right now, I could potentially put a live out and then see how we go. Yeah, there's none for the rest on this one. Because then people can come and watch it later, and then they'll be able to see it sooner rather than later in case they do want to get these pieces. So I just quickly turned everything on and went, all right, well, let's go live, and then didn't check my sound, so that was smart of me. Deadworld said, I don't have a lot of people, I just have a lot of tunes. Lola. Well, at least your tunes could be decked out. I do think it's quite interesting that they have created 3 separate pieces and called it an accessory, which I don't like. I feel like that's a little bit deceptive because it makes people think it's an extra item, not a piece that goes, you know, on the shoulder, on the wrist, and on the back. And also, I do think it's very, very smart that they've made multiple colors with 3 different items, because people are going to be opening these trying to get the drop of 3 separate items just for one style. So clever on their part, annoying for us. But they do look really cool. Pardon me. Junior said, great thing Insomnia hit me. That way I didn't miss this stream. Well, I'm very glad you're here, but I would rather you get good sleep and then watch, you know, the streams at normal times and you get some good sleep. Iconic said, try neon chromas on it. You may not need to. Oh, you're so smart. So we put 3 pieces on it and chuck a neon chroma on. You're a genius. Why I didn't think of that, I have no idea. Okay. Let's go to the next color, and then when we get back to the end, we'll try putting a neon on it, because I have neons. I definitely do. I hope I have it on here, actually. Let's put green on. Now, I know I've only got 2 green pieces, but I can't remember which 2 it is. We missed the back piece. That's so sad. I would have liked to have seen the back piece for the green, because this one is one that I feel looks a little bit more like an actual construct. So I think it would have been better to see the back piece. But these look more construct to me than the red in particular. So I really do quite like the green. I think it's good. I think people are going to like these pieces. I think the red one is the only one that I really have a little bit of issue with it, because it looks too real and not as much like a construct as I would like. But then the blue one I also have issue with. I'll show you what, guys, when I get to that one, when we go back, because I feel the color is wrong. Now, I might just be used to a whole bunch of people who play the water power so that they can get the blue, but I don't know, maybe I'm mistaken, but that's quite a light blue color, and the blue that we have for these pieces is quite dark, and I don't really like that. So let's go to the next one. Hopefully Hopeful is next. What are we on? We're on green. Sinister is next. I'll have to do Hopeful last. I think I only have it on the hands. Where are we? Sinister, we got the back. See, that I feel looks quite construct-y, if that was a word. And Sinister here. I got the full set of yellow and the full set of the pink, which I'm really happy about the pink, because it does suit my character. This one, I think, for a construct, is my favorite. It really, really does look like a construct to me. I really love it. The glow is really good. I quite like this one. I do wish there was translucency with these, but I can understand why they don't have it that way. It would be a little bit more tricky, I feel. But they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Deadworld says, construct if? Little bit. Andy said, it's 3:05 a.m. for me, but I'm watching you first. Oh my goodness, Andy! You need to get sleep, guy. I think we all need a bit of good sleep. Dee Dee said, good life, keep up the good work. You'll make it big one day. Oh, I don't know about that. I do really, really enjoy making content. I find this really fun. And because I already play this game, and I already love DC, it makes it a lot easier for me also. So, I don't know. It's a good bit of fun. I will say going live is something I find a little bit nerve-wracking. So the fact that I'm doing one out of the blue is, you know, I'm just a little bit nervous. But I'll get over it and it'll be fine. But usually I have time to mentally prepare for the fact that I'm going to be live and everyone can hear every single stumble I make. But not today. We didn't have time. See, this one, I feel the blue is the wrong blue. Is it not too dark? Maybe it's just because I've got the arm pieces. I don't know. But this looks like the wrong blue to me. I'm not sure. Deadworld said, I am away almost 20 hours daily anyways. Oh, awake almost 20 hours daily. Yeah, I know what that's like. I have had some struggles with sleep in my past and in my present. But, you know, we get there. As long as I can keep functioning, we're fine. Iconic said that blue is a tad dark. Maybe it's the cave light. That's a fair point. Let's get out of here and see if we can get out here where it's a bit lighter. See, no, I still feel like it's dark. Yeah, this one, I think the coloring is wrong. I mean, if there are people who play Blue Lanterns and they really, really like this, I'll be really glad. But for me, it looks incorrect. It looks too dark. I'm glad I don't have a Blue Lantern, because this would annoy me that I couldn't use it. Oh, Deadworld said pain makes it difficult unless I'm exhausted. I can't even imagine. I've heard of people who have been dealing with chronic pain all of their lives, and it really inhibits your ability to just live comfortably. And I don't know that I could do that. It's awful, and I'm so sad to hear that that's happening. Not just to you, but quite a few people that I know now. It's awful. Deadworld said, no, the coloring is too solid for lantern use. See, I agree. I completely agree with you. I think some of them look too solid, but this color looks solid and too dark. I don't like it. I'm a little frustrated with that one. All right, let's put on my favorite one again, which I wasn't actually planning to particularly use any of these. So I was surprised when I put this one on, and I think I'm going to use it now because it's just so pretty. But I will say, it doesn't look as much like a construct as I would like it to. See what I mean? It's not quite, it's kind of the same. It looks a little too solid, not enough translucency, but the color is so nice and it goes with my character so well, even though she's not a light character. It's just pretty. Oh, June, oh, hang on, I skipped one. Hang on, I skipped a few. Oh, you guys texted a lot, okay. Iconic said that's creeping into indigo territory. Exactly. Yes, I agree with you on that. It's getting a little too far from the blue. Achika, hi Achika! Oh, it's lovely to see you! She said it feels more like indigo lantern since it kind of looks like the lazuli mist containers. Actually, yeah, you're right. That blue is so close to that mist container. I hate it even more now. Thanks a lot, DC. I'm really hoping that people who have blue constructs, blue light characters are going to be able to use that. I mean, if we're going to go with what Iconic said and we're going to chuck a neon chroma on it, maybe you can just get whatever you like and then put a neon chroma on. So let's see. I'm sure I have something here. We've got neon chromas. Okay. I should grab all three just in case. And then we should be able to, oh, my hair. The hair on my character now looking crazy. Should be able to fix it up. Actually, I'm not sure if that one's going to work because it does have kind of a texture going on. But we will try anyway. So let's chuck it onto pink, maybe? I feel like we're going to see it like almost exactly the same if I do that, though. Shoulder piece. Okay. Then we got back to the pink. I feel like we should change that pink to like a yellow or something to really get the effect, because this like a crazy color. There we go. Oh yeah, this isn't the only neon you could use. There's neons that are going to look much more matte and not as like wet or with motion in it. But that is brilliant. Iconic, you're a genius. You're a genius. I can't believe I didn't think of that. It's beautiful. You could totally do this. You could get any three pieces, who cares, and just chuck on the neon chroma. It has only one swatch. Oh, it's beautiful. Hey, I'll be able to make it purple if I want now too. Highly recommend just getting 3 random ones. Iconic, I know. See, knew it. Deadworld says, lol, well, it's not fun. Yeah, I'm really sorry that that's happening for you. It sounds absolutely awful. Deadworld says, but sleep deprivation makes me retarded level positive, lol. Why don't they just let us choose our own damn colors? See, that's what I think. I think it would have been smart if they had have done 3 items and we can change the swatching on it. But that's smart for us. For them, it's not, because then they make less money. You know, they want the dollars, I feel. Dee Dee says, hey, don't worry, you'll have a good live. You have a good chat. Got to go. Bye. So I will just say, guys, if you ever come to one of my lives and I haven't talked for like more than a minute, there's something wrong. I would never. I can't help but talk. So that's definitely not intentional. I definitely would be talking. So if that ever happens again, I will try to fix it much faster. Junior said, I think that blue goes more with quantum. I mean, you do kind of have a point. Let's chuck the, hang on, let's do this first so we're not with the neon on. Chuck the blue, the hopeful. Where is it? There you are. Oh, it would help if I took the chroma off, but actually that kind of looks pretty. I could be a space lantern. Okay, let's not. There we go. Yeah, I think I don't know, the quantum has a little bit of a purple tinge to some of its loadouts. It's so slight, though. So slight for quantum. But, yeah, I don't like this one. Of all the colors, I feel this is the least accurate color. And for the one that looks the least like a construct, it's the red for me. That one doesn't look like a construct at all. It looks like equipment put on her. I don't like that one either. GamerX Sandy said hi to Achika. I know, isn't it lovely that Achika is here? Aww, Thank you for coming, Achika. We miss you. Can you please come back? We would like you to come back, please. Junior said perfect. Yeah, I think that was when we were putting the neon chroma on. It was pretty cool, not gonna lie. I do quite like that we can chuck a neon chroma on and make it look way better. In fact, let's try and make this one look a little bit better. Do I have a different neon chroma that doesn't have movement? I'm not sure if I do on the EU server. Caregivers neon I don't think is it either, but oh, it might be. It might be solid. Let's try that. My character looking crazy over here now, and try and get a nice blue that might be a little more accurate, and then see how we go. If we can get it looking nice, then we will be happy little Vegemites, or I will at least. Okay, maybe too bright. Make it a little bit darker? I don't know. I mean, it could be worse. No, it sticks with that silver swatch. Okay, and they seem to be stuck with the swatch. I did 1, 2, and 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that one did not work. Do I have a better choice? It looks like they might just pick one of the swatches that I have, and that's all we're stuck with. Let's scroll down. Do I have anything else neon? I don't. No, I know. The rest is going to be that shadow stuff. All right, well, let's chuck this on again then. At least I know that other people will have... oh, my voice is going weird. Other people will have access to better neon chromas than I do on the EU server, because my main good ones are on the US server. So that's probably where my issue is here. But if we chuck on... No, it didn't like that either. Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. Never mind! Everything is fine. But I will say, I'm using all 3 of the chromas here. You can see it only takes that one single swatch. So we might have a little bit of trouble for some people being able to get what they want with this. But a nice bright blue? Oh, that's too purple. Too purple. Oh, I feel like it doesn't take color very well. It kind of has a metallic sheen to it. Oh, I hate it. No! Hate it. Hate it, hate it. No. I mean, if you want something that looks like weapons on her, yes. But if you want it to look like a construct, that does not work. That's terrible. No. Oh, there we go. Deadworld said, oh, you can choose your own color only when you chuck a chroma on it. Otherwise, you're kind of stuck. You're stuck with whatever they give us. Achika said, hi, everyone. It's really cool they've got the chroma enabled. I mean, I wish that they had more choices, though. Because it's good that we can chuck the chroma on, but it seems like it takes one swatch every time. It's like those glimmer wings, right, that you can put on your back. It only takes one of the swatches no matter which chroma you're using from it. So that's a little bit frustrating. I wish that wasn't the case, but I'm sure that there are some neon chromas that are going to work. I just don't have them. I've only got the antimatter one that kind of works for it. My other one had the silver swatch, which is annoying. Iconic. Oh, hang on. Carlos. Hi. Hello, Carlos. I don't think you've been here before. It's very nice to see a new face, or icon. Iconic said, they should have been 3 PC boxes and you roll the chance on the color. But yeah, they lose money. Yeah, that's it. If they can do anything, it seems like to me, if they can do anything that's going to garner them more income, that's what they choose to do. And I really do think that's probably what's happened with these. Like, it's smart. I mean, it's 3 separate pieces, and some people are going to want all 3 of one specific color. But I mean, hopefully people can get some neon chromas on them, and then it won't matter so much. It's a little bit of a relief to know that was such a good idea, Iconic. Such a good idea. Carlos is asking, what's this game? This is DC Universe Online. It is a game I am very much addicted to. Mystic says, hello. Hello. Lovely to see you. Deadworld said they obviously have construct material because they use it on the constructs. Yes. I mean, it would be nice if they put it in the game for everybody, but while they don't have it in the game for everybody, they are making it kind of good for them because obviously people are going to want to get the correct style, or the correct color, I should say. So I'm going to put the one I like back on, and also if we're going to chuck on a chroma or anything, at least this one has all 3 pieces, which is good. I do wish that they had have explained it a little bit better in their advertisement for it, and let us know that these are actually pieces that go on. They're not accessories, you know, that they're a piece that goes on your character, because there's a lot of people who could assume that all 3 pieces are one accessory piece. And then once they collect and purchase it and collect, or wherever it is they're doing, then they find out that's not the case. There will be people who could potentially purchase the unlocked ones from the marketplace, or purchase these stabilizers to open the ones that they collect in game. And that would be really sad if they think they're getting one thing and what they get is something else. It's a poor choice of word. hard for this game in particular because accessory is an individual item. Iconic said, Achika, I saw your forum post. Good post. Glad to see they took your feedback and they reduced the St. Patrick's Day item prices. Did they? Wait, was that you? Achika, you're the best. We love you. I mean, if you made a post and then the changes that they put in with the discount happened for spring, I'm really hoping that they keep that discount happening, because I'm just going to play through the entire event, and then when the event is over and it goes to the next year, I'll spend in that first week only and save my currency, because I hate paying double. I really, really dislike it. Oh, Achika said, haha, soon. She's coming back, guys. She's coming back. We miss you. We do. I miss you. I'm glad to know that you're coming back. Okay, so Mystic said, so the chroma work. Yes, but it's single swatched. So there are some items in the game where when you chuck on a chroma, no matter whether you use chroma 1, chroma 2, or chroma 3, it picks the exact same swatch every time. So with this, we're going to make this a color that's obviously different. So let's go a nice bright yellow. With this one, it does work. So when I pick number 1, see how 1, 2, and 3, we catch the exact same texture on that shoulder piece. It doesn't swap to the solid silver. It just sticks with that 1 on her shoulders. When we go to the back piece, the same thing. Hang on, get the yellow. It's just stuck on this 1, no matter which swatch I choose. So you are at risk when you're using a neon chroma on this, that you're going to be stuck with whatever swatch the game likes, and that means you will not necessarily get the swatch that you actually want on there, which is a little frustrating. You might be better off using a material, since the material is single swatched, but this is just proof that you're going to have to be careful with your chroma choice, because if you chuck any of these on, we're getting the exact same swatch every time. It's a benefit to me that the swatch I'm getting is the swatch that I want, but that's not necessarily going to happen with everyone else's chroma. They're not positioned the same. And that was proof when we used the caregiver chroma, we got the silver swatch. So, I don't know. It is fiddly, but a material would be better if there was a neon material. Man, is that even in the game? I think I'm just making things up now. Iconic said it's got to be true neon, like black, white, etc. Yeah, already tested on US. Okay, beautiful. So you've tried? Is that what you mean? Because if you know, then, you know, that's great. I'm so glad you thought of that, though. I wouldn't have thought to test that. That's brilliant. Achika said, thanks to Iconic, I'm glad to. The tree line inflation, though, is the main cause for concern. I know a lot of decorators love them a lot. It's one of my favorite base items is the tree line. It makes every single base it's put in gives it so much more depth. The price of that going up is really, really frustrating. I'm so glad they listened to you, Ichika. Everybody should. Dead World says, I can see it for a robot cyborg. Oh, true. I mean, there are other uses for this besides the lanterns. I will probably use the compassion one that I'm wearing, but obviously it doesn't look like it at the moment. I will probably use that. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I do, but I'm probably going to use it. Mystic says Iconic glow material might be nice. See, you guys know. It's excellent. I wish I had something that could show it better. I just don't. I have most of my chromas on Switch and on the US server, so I do have some on here, but not what we really need. I'm kind of curious how that's gonna look. Hang on. I mean, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. That's kind of cool. Very metallic. It doesn't look like a construct at all. But the sheen on it is beautiful. I think I like these more than I initially did. I don't mind this. I don't mind this. I think people are going to get good use out of them. And yeah, there's a lot of other ways they can be used besides for construct characters. Light characters. Why do I keep saying that? Ugh. Mystic says Iconic. Oh, I just read that one. Sorry. Iconic says it doesn't take any swatch. It combines all three. Oh, really? Hate that. That's really annoying. I think they did that on purpose. I think if they combine all three, it makes it harder for people to be able to get the color that they want using chromas. And then, of course, it encourages people to purchase ones so that they can get the right color. You know, it's a lot of little things that I feel like they do in the game that seem kind of sneaky, and monetary gain is the motivation for them. To me, anyway. Mr. Bunnybone says hello. Hello! It's lovely to see you! Oh, love the outfit. Thank you. It's kind of random. But we had to try. Deadworld says, I'd pay for certainty, not for a gamble. Yeah, I do think most people feel that way, but I know there's like a minority that play DC that will keep going until they get what they want and then just sell the rest. You know, so I wouldn't. I limited myself to 20 to do a video so you guys could see as much as I got, and so that hopefully I'd get a set of 3 that went together. Luckily enough, I got 2 sets of 3 that go together. But yeah, I wouldn't be paying for uncertainty like this either. Achika said, haha, it was the whole community for sure. I'm glad they're listening. Some items are still 10, but a lot are back to 6 clovers. Thank goodness for that, because that's so frustrating to try and pay. And it would really be a detriment to the base building community, because there's so many people who run the event over and over to get all of the items that they need from that. And that would be such a deterrent for me. It was, in fact. I played it less because it cost me more and took me longer. And something I would have played with like 20 tunes to get all the currency I need for all the items I need, I played with 1 tune begrudgingly and didn't spend my currency. I'm waiting for next year to see if they have the same discount. So I don't know. I think that was a really poor choice on their behalf. And also the fact that online they said it may have seemed like you were getting a good price, but it was actually a discount or something like that, rubbed me up the wrong way, because it seemed very gaslighty to me that they were trying to claim that it was, you know, a continuous discount that we were receiving, when I don't think a single person ever believed that. So, yeah. Deadworld said, waiting on some animations for pets and trying to figure out save game logic, and I'll be adding a new update for DCUO. That's the game that you're creating, which is awesome. And awesome. I mean, animations for pets would be fun. I haven't really thought about that recently, but that's a great idea. Iconic says, I tried on US, bought a box on EU style, unlocked the piece and tested on US. Oh, beautiful. See, I am thinking I might go across and have a look at the price for the US server. If I do that, though, it does cut the live for me. So I would probably put it in a comment afterwards, because the second that I go out of this particular game, which, like, if I was just swapping characters would be fine, but I have to leave this game and then load into another game to be able to access both in one sitting, which means that the live will drop, because the live only works for as long as I'm in this particular game. So I will go and do that, but I will do it after the live. Mystic said, how many Terminator characters are going to be made with these? Oh, true. I have actually seen quite a few people who already have Terminator characters, and this would be a great benefit to them. They can add it on. It'll look great. Oh, Mystic says, does the back look okay with long hair? So currently my hair is tucked into it. It does look okay because it looks like it's sticking out from it. So it's not clipping, which a lot of pieces do clip with hair, and I tend to just ignore them, especially because I always use long hair, and I use the Laughing Knight coat, which has a massive collar and clips through the hair. Let's chuck Tamaranian on. I'm pretty sure I have that on here. If I don't, we're going to be sad. Ugh, it's expensive. I can't unlock it. But we can look in here. Oh, yeah, that clips all the way through. I mean, Tamaranian clips through a lot of things, but I can't say that it looks terrible. I've definitely seen worse. It just looks like it's going through the gaps in her hair rather than something that's clipping really badly. So it's not too bad. I'll chuck the long on as well, which is this one here. This one's much thicker than the one I normally use. Oh, yeah, I don't like the look of that. That looks like it's clipping through that piece at the back there. No, I don't like it. It works better with the botanical that I normally use. That's a see, that one works. Long and Tamaranian don't look as good. Iconic said it's $350 cost to style unlock per piece. Oh, thank you. That's good to know. That is expensive for a style where you need to unlock all 3 pieces. If someone wanted it on a different character, that's very expensive, but also not surprising at all, right? Deadworld said, dog, that sounds creepy. Have to accept the clipping when there are so many options in styles. Yeah, I agree. I've kind of just given up on having it upset me at this stage, because there's no point. It's if I'm going to have the long hair, it's going to clip. And with other style pieces as well. Shoulder pieces, often they'll clip. Belt pieces sometimes will clip. It's, you know, it's kind of just par for the course at this point. There's too many styles that clip that they can't fix. Junior said a cyborg sapphire. Oh, I can't even talk. See, this is what I worry about every time I go live. I'm worried I'm going to stumble over my words. So a cyborg star sapphire would be awesome. That's a great idea. Oh, it would be so cool. I could totally do it. Because I have the purple now. Yeah, so I don't know that there's anything else I need to show you guys for that. Oh, I mean, I think I showed you guys this before, but you guys couldn't hear me before. Every time I do a new Resurgence Mega Capsule, my unlocked capsules stack down here, and I need to do a video where we unlock all of these because it's getting a little insane in my inventory. It's crazy. And I was grabbing these items specifically when I already had different construct pieces. I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to use more than one of each. I accidentally grabbed this one. So yeah, I ended up with quite a bit that's not actually the construct. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 20 were doubles. That's kind of annoying. YT King says a bunch of emojis with AU. Yay? I don't know what that means, but it seems happy. I mean, your characters look really cute. Jason said, yo, what up, my dog? We're looking at construct items that you can get from a Resurgence Mega Capsule, and they're not too bad. They're not too bad. The fact that you can put materials on them is probably the most big benefit, because I otherwise they kind of bother me. But I'll take the material off for anyone who does come and wants to see it without, because I feel like that's a little deceptive, making it look like something it's not. But I am really happy with this one in particular. This purpley pink color suits my character. It's nice. There we go. The blonde hair though. I think they're kind of cool. I do wish they looked a little more like a translucent construct, and I do wish the blue one had better color. But they're all right. They look nice together. The shoulder pieces in particular can be used for a lot of different builds. GamerX Andy said Dead World, the game DCUO, better be available for consoles too. I know, right? Yes. I say only. I play literally every console. But yes, that would be nice. Thank you. Iconic says, they took Ally Favor out of those 3 to 4 capsules and used to drop. Used to have 3K, 5K, 10K, and 20K drops. You're so right, they did. Did they take that out? Oh, that's gonna suck so much. So I'm gonna have to open all of these and have that problem occur. I hope it's for the newer ones only and it hasn't affected these ones that I have stored, because that would really suck. I doubt they would do that, right? I literally have it listed in here somewhere, right? Yeah, Ally Favor? No, maybe they don't. Lex Luthor. No! Okay. It's, you know how they say, like, you can get all of these things and they literally list everything you can get and then say, and more, and there's no other more? Maybe the Ally Fever is part of the and more. Deadworld said, run Darkside Well Factory on US, need that Steppenwolf axe, and you know if you run it, there will be a full group to spam the raid, lol. Well, I mean, I'm not on the US server. If I swap servers, it stops my live completely, so it may not be possible today. But yeah, when I go live and we run content together on US, I'm more than happy to do any raids and stuff that everyone needs. It's good fun. Mystic said, please make a review video. I think the players will be interested in you showing what works with these style pieces. Yeah, I usually do. Whenever there's something new like this, I will put styles together to go with it. I'm not going to do that on the live because Future Laura has to cut out like 40 minutes worth of footage every time I do that. You guys will get so bored and probably all fall asleep, which this weekend showing styles that can go with this and what I think works. But yeah, a lot of other people will probably have better ideas than me in regards to that because I tend to make things more mystical and magical than techie, but I'll give it a good shot. I love it. It's good fun when we do that. Deadworld said, oh, hells yeah, I'm a console gamer. Excellent, thank you. We like it when it's on console. Jason said, with the right materials, those would be perfect for War Machine. Ooh, that's a good point too. See, you guys are already having better ideas than I would have. Iconic said, oh, no, they patched it out when they did the 2x Ally event. Forgot to patch the wording of the new capsules and fixed it. Oh, now I'm sad. Why? I'm so sad. Deadworld said, has to start on PC though, just how it is. Yeah, that's understandable. Most people, when they're building games, that's where things start. I can see that the style's for an atomic Barbie because it just looks so plastic. I mean, yeah. Faith said, can I buy the styles on the broker? Okay, so I will go check the broker. But I do think we're going to have a little bit of an issue because if you guys are on the US server and I am currently on the EU server, so I will be able to see what's available on the EU server, but most of the time the US server has way more of this really early on just because there's more players. So let's search it and see how many are available now. I will say, though, I would be surprised if there was many, just because the EU server is a lot slower with that sort of thing. A good chunk of people are asleep. Oh, we've got it. I'm wrong. Look at that. There is a bunch in here. We've got a bunch of compassionate, furious, greedy. I wonder how many pages we've got. They've got impassioned. See, I would love to have got impassioned as well. Oh, and they're selling the capsules. Excellent. We've got sinister. Yeah, we've got 4 pages worth already on the EU server. So if you are an EU server player, you can get items now already at the broker. They're a bit pricey. I don't know how well they're going to sell because I'm not a person who's interested in these items specifically. So I know there are a lot of people who will be. So I don't know how the pricing will go. I'm curious if it'll drop or if it'll stay steady or go up, but I guess we'll find out. And with that many, with 4 pages worth of those items currently on the EU server, when this has only been available for less than a day, I would imagine that the US server is going to have even more and even faster. So I mean, you're probably going to be able to get them. You just got to have the dollars. Deadwell. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Mystic said PC player here. Yeah, look. Just, you know, I feel like PC players should be bragging because honestly, they have a much easier time with their gameplay and access to games. If I could afford a PC, I'm not saying I wouldn't have one, but currently I am a console player and most of the consoles that I have are second-hand ones. But yeah, I love playing on console. And when I do play on PC, which I have done for the test server, I use a controller because I find the keyboard situation uncomfortable. I'm used to a controller. Iconic said they should be tradable. Did they make them not tradable? Hang on, let's look. We've got one in here. I'm not surprised now that they do that. Make it not. It just says cannot sell. But it's at the broker. Hang on. That makes 0 sense. Let's see if I can put it up. I should be able to put it up at the broker because other people have them up at the broker, which means I can sell. I wonder if I can trade it. Yeah, I can put all of these in. That's no problem. Okay, so we can sell. It's lying to us. But I honestly don't know myself whether it's tradable or not tradable, but I wouldn't be surprised because they make a lot of things not tradable now. I'm guessing because they think it's going to be a monetary gain for them if it's not tradable, but I mean, more people seem to just be pissed off with that than, I don't know. It seems like it's not going to impact them in the way they think, but that's just my guess. I don't 100% know. David said, hi everyone, haven't gone to sleep yet. Come on, guys. You're all up watching my live instead of getting some sleep. Oh, hang on. Oh, Iconic said, no, I said they were tradable. Well, thank goodness. Because they recently made some stuff that wasn't tradable, and I really couldn't understand why they were making that choice, because I didn't think it was going to do for them what it seems like they want, which is more gameplay and more money, right? So I thought that was a bad decision. Maybe they saw that as a bad decision, and now they are tradable. Which is excellent. I love that they're tradable. Thank goodness. Oh, hang on. I missed one. Oh, you guys are messaging quickly. It scrolls way faster than I can keep up with. Okay, so Mystic said, which one are the purple? Indigo. So I think so. Hang on. Indigo, I think, is like a bluey, purpley type color. I specifically wanted ultraviolet, which I thought was one that was available. Actually, hang on. Do they have it listed? They probably have it listed in the marketplace. Let's check that because they'll tell us which colors we can get, right? I would hope. So preview. Chromatic style, does it say? No, it doesn't. It doesn't tell us the colors. So Multiverse put out a video, which I have seen, but I can't remember everything that was in it. It did break down every color that was available. As far as I know, it does have indigo and it does have ultraviolet, because I remember watching that video and my first reaction was, great, so they're missing white, which I thought was very, very silly, because surely just changing this to white wouldn't be too difficult, right? And they also didn't have black, which is one I kind of understand, because just making this black would lose use all of the textures, so I feel like it would be a lot harder to make a black version of this than it would to make a white. But frankly, the only lantern that I have on PlayStation is a black lantern. So I would rather have black, but I can kind of understand that one not being here. Don't understand why white is missing though. So if anyone knows better than me, or if people want to know, Multiverse's video definitely addresses what colors are available. But as far as I know, my reaction was great. No white and no black. So I assume that means that there was indigo and there was ultraviolet, because I would have noticed, hopefully, if they were missing. Especially being colors that I really like. Iconic said I would clean out that broker if I had my cash on EU. Right? David said, I want the blue lantern one and the star sapphire one. Look, the blue one, I don't know if you're going to want. I'll check on the wrist cuffs because I don't know if you were here for it earlier. But I'm not really happy with the color, and it seems like other people kind of agree with me on this. It's dark. It's too dark. And it's a little bit not looking like a construct to me. So I don't know. It's the only piece I got. So maybe the wrist cuffs look a little bit different from the shoulder pieces and the back piece. But personally, I don't think that looks like Blue Lantern. I can't remember who said earlier. Someone said it looks more like indigo, which I kind of agree with. It's getting too close to indigo for me. So I'm not a fan of this blue. I'll go up here as well because Iconic suggested maybe it was the lighting in my bat cave. And frankly, I don't think that's it. I just don't like it that much. I think they could have done better. I thought maybe I was warped by seeing so many people play blue light characters with water, which is a lighter color than this. But I also just think it's not the right color. I haven't played any Legends recently, so I haven't seen St. Walker's loadout, so I don't remember what that color was, but I feel like this is wrong. David says maybe you can't see it via the vending machine. I mean sell via the vending machine. I'm not sure. Do you mean can I sell it here? Just to nobody? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. No, actually, no, you can't. You're right. Oh, you're a genius, David knows. So I can't sell it just there. I have to sell it at the broker, which is weird. But okay. Mystic has to go, says, have a good stream and thank you for the opens. My pleasure, no problem. And thank you for being here. Mr. Bunnybone said, OMG, my wife just told me I can buy the power pack this payday. Oh, excellent. Wait, the power pack. So like all the powers in one big pack? Because as far as I knew, they removed that. Do they still have it? I'm curious. What do you mean? Deadworld said, Bunny, you better buy her something sweet. Yep. And give her a huge hug. You know? Iconic said, no ultraviolet. Only the main 7 core. No black, no white, no ultraviolet. Oh, there we go. So I wouldn't have been wanting ultraviolet to drop. It would have been indigo that I was thinking of that I saw on Multiverse's video. But now I'm sad because I would like ultraviolet to be here too. The only one that I think is justifiable for them to miss out is the black. I don't understand why no ultraviolet. I don't understand why no white. That seems silly. Mr. Bunnybone says, I buy her a lot already, lol. Well, that's wonderful. David said, bowing? Are we bowing goodbye to Mystic? We can do that. That's fine. Where's my bow? There we go. GamerX Andy said, I think they still have the power pack, but I'm not sure. So recently I have looked in the marketplace and I can't see it there, which we will go and have a look at. But also when I go to my PlayStation store, I can't see it either. So if you're a PlayStation player, it seems to be gone, but I don't know if it is gone elsewhere. So here's powers, right? I obviously have all of them already, but the pack is gone. The power sets are all separate. It's not here. I would show you the PlayStation Store as well, but it will cut the live the second I leave this game. So we won't try that. But yeah, the pack is gone as far as I can see, which I hate. I wish it was here. But correct me if I'm wrong, guys. And is it available elsewhere? Is it available at the PlayStation Store and I just don't know where it is? Because I can't find it anywhere. Oh, there we go. Mr. Bunnybo says, yes, all the powers in one pack is still available in-game on Steam. So PC players still have access. I was upset because I was going to buy my mom that entire pack so that she could pick whatever powers she liked, which she's going to choose healer. We already know. But I wanted her to be able to have the options and see what they all looked like and everything and potentially choose one if she likes. But yeah, now I'm just going to be buying all the healer abilities and leaving it at that because I can't purchase the pack anymore. It's not worth it for me to purchase every individual one. It would be for me because I play all, but my mum would not. So Oh, there we go. Deadworld said, makes sense so you don't accidentally sell it in the vendor. I think so too. I mean, I'm not upset about that choice, but I mean, all of the other accessories that I have in my inventory there are sellable at the vendor. And if we do accidentally sell something there, you've got the buyback option now. So we can just buy back anything that we sell. Right? So if someone did slip up, they can go to buy back and grab it. But honestly, I much prefer what they've done. I think making it so that we can't accidentally sell it at all is much safer. If someone wants to get rid of it without putting it at the broker, they can just delete it or pass it to a different character. Andy says, I think they still have the power pack, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so it looks like they do for PC players. They don't for me. They don't like me. I should check on my Xbox and my Switch and see if they're available there too, because if it's only on PC, that is so unfair. PC has even more bragging rights now. David said, I was bowing in response to you saying I was a genius. Yeah, you are. You're a genius. Mr. Bunnybones says, yes, all the powers in one pack still available on Steam. Yeah. I kind of wish that, you know, we still had that available elsewhere as well. It's a little bit unfair. Maybe I've missed it and it is available at the PlayStation Store and I just can't see it somehow, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Iconic said, you can just use the ultraviolet matte on the constructs. Devs didn't use the other colors because they want to go easy on us with the monetization. I don't know. I think if I was going to guess the reason they didn't do it, my guess would be they couldn't be bothered. They had to get it out quick. They did as many as they could in as short a period of time as they could, and that was it. But that's a really good point. You can put the ultraviolet matte on there, and it will look beautiful. Actually, do I have it on this character? I might. Ultraviolet is one of my favorites, so let's just check. Because if we can chuck that on, we should. I have the chroma. I wonder if that'll work for it. Let's have a look. Oh, I don't hate that. That's not too bad. It's a very dark, very, very dark. Yeah, see, this is the chroma. If we get the material, like Iconic is suggesting, I'm sure it's going to be better. But I still don't mind this. Actually, I kind of like this. I might use it this way. Darn it! It's so good. I'm getting ingratiated to these construct things. I like them. I've got to do some styling builds with it. It's going to be fun. Deadworld says they pronounce... Hang on. We pronounce either the same way. Oh, so either? The way I say either? Is there... yeah, either is the other way people say it, right? I think I say both because I sound different depending on whom I'm around. So I have a brother who has a very thick Australian accent. When I'm around him, I sound far more Australian. When I'm gaming, because a lot of my life I've gamed with people who are Brit, so people who are in England, and I pick up their accent a little bit. So I sound different gaming. I sound different with my brother. I sound different with my sister. Sometimes I sound exactly like this when I go shopping, and then the next time I go shopping, I sound like my brother more. Sometimes I pronounce things different ways. It's dependent on whom I'm around. I think I pick up people's accents too easily. I used to work with a bunch of Indian guys as well, and for some reason I picked up that accent, so that was interesting. They thought it was hilarious. So didn't mean to, but it worked. Mr. Bunnybones says, I want to try and make a lightning DPS tank. Tank? With the hard light shield. With lightning, I've not seen anyone try to tank with electric before. I have seen people tanking with gadget. I myself have actually tried to do that. And it kind of works, actually. But I've never seen anyone try and tank with lightning before. I'm very curious what you're going to do there. That's interesting. Deadworld says, how much is a power pack? Because you get access to all powers if you have a membership even for a month on the characters you create for that month. Yeah, that's true. So if you guys have a membership, it unlocks all of the powers. You can choose whatever you like during that period of time that you have the membership, and any character you create during that time keeps their power. Once the membership is over, those powers go back into lock. So I personally have actually purchased the power pack. So when my membership drops, I can still, pardon me, create whatever I like. And maybe that's a smarter way to go. But I like the permanency. I like that no matter what happens, I'll be able to do whatever I like. With skimming as well, with the shield, if I want to use it, it's just always there for me. But I know not everybody does that. And I am curious how much the power pack costs, because it's been so long since I did it. I don't remember. But if you guys can see it, you guys might know. So Mr. Bunnybones, if you know how much the pack is, please let us know. Steve said, PC Master Race strikes again. Yeah, I feel like PC players definitely have bragging rights over there. Look, if I could afford to play on PC, I would, but I can't. So, and I know that I have a lot of consoles because I play across Switch and PlayStation and Xbox, but most of them are secondhand that have been given to me. In fact, my televisions also are both secondhand given to me. One of my brothers, in fact, is the one who hands them off to me quite a bit, which is really lovely. So, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's low cost. David said, does the hard light iconic shield power change color according to your power set? Yeah. So, no, the hard light shield is linked to swatch 1. So you see here in your style palette where it has swatch 1 there that is pink, that is yellow for me. If we go to my loadouts and we chuck the hard light shield in, I will be able to show you that it'll be yellow. Did that stay? It did. So that first swatch in your style palette is what is going to give you the color. So no matter what color you put in there, it's stuck on it. So you have to be a little bit strategic if you are going to use the hard light shield, because you may end up with a color in your first swatch that doesn't look great. I used to always put black in my first swatch because I use black in almost every build. And then when I realized it was linked to my hard light shield, I got a little bit sad and was like, yeah, that was a dumb idea. And so I changed it and tried to keep one of my main colors that I'm using in that swatch now. So it's nice because it's not linked to your power set, so you can change it to what you want. I'm really glad because with my Black Lantern, I specifically wanted to have a black shield for her, and the shield that comes with Celestial is gold. So the hard light shield made it a lot easier, and I also didn't want it to be linked to the power set and accidentally pick up the gold, so the black is really nice. Oh, we're scrolling again. GamerX Andy said, PC is also the only place that has test server, so I'm not surprised they have more things than we do. That is also true. That's the only reason I have have PC is so that I can go to the test server. I haven't used it recently, specifically because they don't seem to put a lot on there for us. So anyone who's part of the Creator League, they will give those characters access to different items and things that are coming out, which is why Multiverse is able to show us a whole bunch of things early, because he's given it on that test server for his character as part of the Creator League, like Meta Knight is also. But for me, who is not part of the Creator League, it's not a huge benefit to me. I could potentially show you events, but I don't know. I feel like it's a little more fun if we play it live together, and it means that whatever is on the live server is definitely what we're going to have. Occasionally on test server, they have something in that game that does change once it comes to live, so it's not necessarily 100% accurate. Iconic said PC has always been OP. I've been solo raiding with the new private matching keyboard and mouse for the win. Yeah, I agree. PC is always OP. I think it's probably the best place to play. It's just that I can't afford to, and I have consoles, and honestly, I really like the controller. I'm so comfortable with it. I don't know that I'd even use keys if I did do it on PC, because it's just comfortable for me, which is bad. That's bad. If I had a PC, I should be utilizing it to the best of my ability, giving myself the best chance to do my best, and I wouldn't at all. Mr. Bunnybones said the power pack is $35 here, but like she said, I have to have them all the time. Yeah. At all times. Yeah, I really do like to be able to have them at all times. If I ever don't want to play this game anymore, but want everything like kept the way that I've got it, I like the idea that I could not play for a year. I could come back and all the superpowers are still available to me to choose, and I don't have to get a membership for it. You know, especially if they brought out a new power. Mind you, if they bring out a new power, we might not get it. We'd have to pay that separate, right? It's not part of that pack. And the pack is gone! The pack is gone. It's so sad. At least, except for the PC players. Mr. Bunnybones said, wow, I didn't know that about the hard light shield. Yeah, I found that out by accident ages ago when I was playing with my best friend, and I was really happy to see that. And now it's something I check as well with different things that your character can get if it's linked to different swatches, because there's, like, for example, the quintessential hairstyle, the 2 colors that you can get on that. Hang on, let me see if I have it. I know I have it on US. I may not have it on EU, but there's a hairstyle, and it's not the only one, it's just the first one I could think of, where the colors, so this one, the ombre, let's take the chroma off here, and can I get a color? That is the ombre one, yeah? It is. Oh, hang on. Let's do this. Get a red. And is it makeup that's linked, or it's eye? No, it's eye color. Hang on. Blue, I think. Oh, I can't do it. I can't do it because it's not unlocked. Hang on. How much was it? I think it's like 350. I don't know that it's worth me unlocking it for that. No, it's not. I'm not going to unlock that hairstyle because I just won't use it on her. But basically, you can see here she's got the yellow on one side. The red is her main hair color. And then that other ponytail is blue. In fact, it'll be easier to see if I take that the shoulder pieces off. So let's do that. And it's because that color is linked to her hair, her eye color. This color here colors one of her ponytails. Her eyes. So if you want to have blue eyes and the ponytail you want to have red, you can't do it. It's really annoying. I have no idea why they linked those two swatches. I think that's so silly. And I'm glad it's not linked to the makeup because then her lip color would also change. But you get a hair color, then you get this swatch here where you can change one ponytail, and then the other one is changed by eye color. I hate it. I hate that. I think it's horrible. I don't know why they did that. But yeah, if people are curious about where some swatching is, that's one of the other ones I happen to know. How did she end up so red? Oh my goodness, that's terrible. It's back to dark. Whew, it's too bright. Oh, okay, that's better. Where were we? Oh, no. David said, cool, so I have to make my first swatch blue so I can use the shield with my blue lantern. Yes. Yeah, I will say I really do appreciate that the hard light shield does have a swatch we can change, especially for my black lantern, because, you know, having it linked to the power wouldn't be too bad, but the fact that I get control of it, I really do like that. Deadworld said, their loss, you are one of the most friendly creators. Oh! Thank you. Oh, are you talking about the Creator League there? Yeah, I've never been asked and never pursued trying to be in the Creator League. I saw Obsidian Chill's video about the reaction that they had to his situation, and whether we have all the information or not, I felt that DC's reaction to what Obsidian Chill was doing was a little bit dramatic, and it's deterred me a little bit from being interested in the Creator League. I don't know if that's something I would ever do. I have no idea. But yeah, that seemed not great to me and was a little off-putting. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that situation, but yeah, I do appreciate that the people who are in the Creator League are able to show it. Said, what if they did not give us black-white lantern to surprise us with a new black or white lantern power ability? Don't get your hopes up. Don't. I really don't think they're heading that way. They seem to be giving us little bits of information with these producers' letters, right? Things that they're planning to do, kind of hints at things, and things that are taking a little while to come into the game. I feel like if they were planning it, they'd give us a hint about something to do with it. It might be really vague because they do get very vague, but honestly, I think that they'd say something to entice people and keep us here playing the game so that we'd, you know, stay around until that actually popped. So I don't think they're doing it at the moment. I don't know what they'll do in the future, but right now I don't think it's coming. I don't want to get excited about anything like that because then it's just going to be sad when it doesn't happen. Iconic said it would be way quicker when moving things in your inventory. True. Deadworld said, Lantern Power Set, please let us choose color and roll at creation. I agree with you. Deadworld said, I'd pay for that set. I think a lot of people would. If they could just get it so that the light ability, maybe the rage ability, had changeable colors so that we were able to pick between those two and pick the color for our lantern, a lot of people would pay for it. I'd pay for it, and I have one lantern character on here and one on Switch, but I would still pay. Because I want it that much. And just changing the color is enough, especially if they choose to do what they seem to be doing, which is giving us rewards with iconic powers. So at the moment, we have 2 that they have given us, which are over here. We've got the Spore Pod one and the Shadow Curse one. So we've been given both of those, and if they wanted to give us something Blue Lantern in that area, which, I mean, it does seem like they might go that way because we are heading into a new chapter section for the story arc of Casnia that they currently have going, Light of Indigo as well, because of Lucia, who is Reckoning. But I mean, if they added an iconic power in there that was Blue Lantern related or whatever that doesn't already exist in the game, I think that would be cool, because then people would be grabbing the iconic and then, you know, changing color in the creation section would make it so wonderful. I think so many people would love that, especially if they paired it with a new character slot. They're like, look, guys, we've got a new power set. You do have to pay for it, but we're going to give you a free slot to make that character. People would pay for that ability so fast. Faith said, I'm on US and can't even buy the capsules yet. No. So I'm on EU right now. The reset hasn't occurred for the US server yet. We're nearly at 6 p.m. here, which means it's about to do its normal reset so that you can get your dailies and everything done. But the downtime reset, I believe, is 4 hours after that. So in just over 4 hours, it will do the reset on the US server and on Xbox and on Switch. And when it comes back, then you guys should have access to these Resurgent Mega Capsules. And hopefully this video has helped a little bit in letting you guys know what they kind of look like. At the moment, she does have a chroma on it. So anyone who's just popped in, she's wearing a chroma right now. I might take it off just in case people pop in, have a look and leave, because I don't want them to think that that's what it looks like, because it doesn't at all. There we go. It has quite a bit more glow. I just happen to like the ultraviolet on there. I think I will try and get the material. It's kind of easy to get, so that I can try that on it also. But yeah, I kind of like the chroma on it. I like the metallicness of it. I don't think it looks like a light construct at all, but I think it looks nice. Yeah, GamerX Andy said we'll get the capsules tomorrow. Yeah, so for you guys that will be tomorrow. For me, that will also be tomorrow because it happens at my midnight. So yeah, it will be available very, very soon. David said, can we change the color on the power battery accessory? No. As far as I know, you can't even put a chroma on accessories, right? Hang on, let me go there. Yeah, there's color swatches available. I don't think I have any of them to test it because she's not a Lantern character, so I haven't collected them. If anyone knows better than me on that one, please feel free to answer, because I obviously can't check, and I don't have, I don't play Lantern characters very much, and none of my Lantern characters have that item either. So as far as I know, you are stuck with the color you've got, and you cannot put a chroma on it or adjust the color swatches. There's a couple of accessories where you can change color swatching, but I don't think the lanterns are one of them. I think you have to collect all the different ones individually. Iconic says, oh, yeah, Iconic says at Faith it should be live in about 5 hours. Yeah, so just over 4 hours. Well, I say that, but if the downtime lasts an hour, then Iconic is definitely correct. Mr. Bunnybones says, I really want Black Lantern. You are not the only one. I absolutely want Black Lantern. It's the only Lantern character that I have that I'm really playing as a Lantern. I have Rage, I have a Yellow Lantern, but they're not being played as Lanterns. My Black Lantern is. She's being played as a Black Lantern. And I want the power. I love Celestial. It's beautiful. It's fun. But honestly, I want Black Lantern power. Can you imagine like black smoky constructs everywhere? It would be so creepy, and I love it. I want it. But honestly, if they're going to put a new power set in the game and it's a Lantern power set, my guess would be blue. Because they already have some powers that they can use. They can take from Saint Walker, and they have a storyline that goes with Blue Lanterns at the moment with Esperanza. So my guess would be if they do one, it'll be blue, but I don't think they're aiming for it. Iconic said, same here. That's why I kind of swore off that endeavor. Yeah, it's easier to just not hope, right? Because if we hope, then we just get sad. Mr. Bunnybone said maybe do a black and a white lantern power like Celestial. Yeah, or like the yellow and green light characters where they have both colors, but you can pick. I would love that if they did Celestial. I mean, it would be an odd one though, because white and black loadouts, I feel, would be really, really different. I think they'd have a better time if they chucked the Rage one, made it a choice between red and black. I understand that that doesn't mean you're choosing a faction, like you can choose good or bad. So maybe that's not the best idea, but I feel like the Rage loadouts make a little bit more sense for a Black Lantern than potentially something that would match with White Lanterns. But maybe that's just me. Iconic said, no, you can't change the power battery colors. There we go. So Iconic would likely know better than me because I very rarely use them. So yeah, we can't change those guys. GamerX Andy said, OMG, it's 4 a.m. for me. I'm off to bed. Good night. I hope you have a wonderful live stream. Well, thank you for being here, Andy. Actually, this stream is going much longer than I anticipated because honestly, I thought you guys, one, would all be asleep. And 2, I thought you could hear me at the start. So I thought, there we go, we've said everything we need to say. Everyone that's going to be here is here. I'll head off at the end. And then you guys were saying I haven't spoken yet. And I thought, oh my goodness, no. I talked for all that time and not a single one of you heard me. So it's gone longer because I had to repeat myself and because you guys are engaging in the comment section, and I love chatting away with you guys. So yeah, it's just kept going, and I know it's probably kind of a boring visual because I'm kind of just standing there. But I mean, if anyone pops in and wants to see, they can just see it nice and quick, and hopefully that helps them when it comes up on the US server. Mystic said, do you have to wait for server download time before the mega capsules were available? Yes. So in where I am, I actually thought it was at my midday that I had a reset occur for the EU server, but it's actually at my 1 p.m. So I had to wait from 1 p.m. to, I don't know, it seemed like around 2, but I wasn't consistently checking. So about an hour before this was available in-game. So for you guys, I would assume it's going to be kind of similar. When it gets to 4 hours from now, it should have downtime for a period of time. And then, yeah, after that, you guys should have this available to you also. And I would imagine since the EU server is an interesting indicator, your broker is going to be full of items really fast. Yeah, I can't believe it's 4 a.m. You guys should be in bed. What are you doing here? Deadworld says, you need to make a video pitch meeting to Daybreak for them to create a lantern power set that we can choose the color and role at creation that players will actually pay for. If reasonably priced, then we flood their social media with your video link. I mean, I've done a couple of videos on here before, not very many, where I'm not playing DC and it's like a little extra thing. Like I've done some commercials for people's bases when they've had ones that are like a hotel and things like that, little things like that. They don't always go well on this channel. So I don't know if that's something I should do because I feel like it will just potentially annoy everyone who watches my channel, but it could be a bit of fun. I mean, it could be a bit of fun. But also, even if people send them stuff from me, I don't think they care anything that I say or what I think at all. Which, you know, that's fine. I'm one person. But yeah, I don't even think they know who I am or anything like that. So probably they'd see the video and be like, okay, this is a little bit stupid. Which, you know, it would be a little bit stupid. But also fun. And potentially helpful. But I think it helps more when multiple people say the same thing. When a lot of people, when a lot of people say the same thing to them, that's when they're like, okay, we've now got this number of people, that's this percentage of the community, maybe we should start listening. Not when one YouTuber says something, I think. So, I don't know. Junior says, plus blue heals, as we've seen, and we're missing a healer lantern, so it would make sense. Oh, I agree, yes. I do think blue would be healer, for sure. And that would be awesome. I really hope, like, I'm really wanting them to do something like that. So many people are asking for it. People would pay, but it's whether or not they plan to, whether they have the amount of time and effort that they want to put into putting a new power set in. I mean, we don't know. We don't know because they haven't said anything. Multiverse seems to think, well, they definitely aren't, and Multiverse is in the know more than I am. You know, he's part of the Creator League. He actually speaks with them. He'd know better than me as well, and I already thought that that doesn't seem like something they're doing, so I don't want to get my hopes up. Iconic says, I should be asleep. Correct. I am not trying to keep any of you here. If you guys need to go to bed, I've got no issue. I would have stopped the live ages ago, but it's lovely talking to you all. So if you guys need to go, please feel free. I'm not trying to keep you. And if you need to sleep, you should. I mean, it's a very early morning for most of you. This is just my 6 p.m. You know, it's a reasonable time for me. Mind you, my other lives are like my 2 a.m. So who knows? Mystic said, any bonus week for episode this week? Oh, I don't know. I haven't looked it up yet. So normally I look those things up before I hit my weekend so that if I need to let anybody know what's going on, I'm able to. But I will put a link for their site, and I'll grab all that information and put it in my description so that you guys can see after the live what information they have given us. I haven't even seen a Discord thing pop on my screen, so they may not have given us that information yet. Usually it comes up on my Discord. But I'll have a look after this live and then I can put it in. Actually, I'll write that down because I'm really good at remembering things. So I'll write down that I'm going to put that in the description and then you guys can have a look. Where is it? There we go. Bonus week. But I do think Multiverse is pretty good at upkeeping with that sort of thing. He tends to let you guys know whatever bonus week is coming. So if I don't know, he probably knows. David said, I have a paid time off day today, which is why I'm still awake. Oh, there you go. Well, thank you for being here. I'm hoping you're enjoying it. Dead World said, make it a whole skit. Dead World said, that's why I said we flood their social media with it. Yeah, maybe everyone's like, listen to her. I don't know, I'd feel so weird. But yeah, I do actually have some skits planned for my channel. I don't know how well they're going to land, and the reason they're not out yet is because they require my siblings and some other people to help me with a couple of them, because I can't be the only person seen, because one of them's like a commercial kind of. So yeah, I don't know when and if they will happen, but I do have them planned. We just have to see. Mystic said they're slacking on bonus weeks lately. Are they? Hang on, I'm gonna go look. Let's see if I can find the website and see if they have it listed. Because normally they do. I'll first check their Discord, because usually that's where I get the notification for a bonus week, and then notifications for other things come up both on Discord and on X, and I'm on both of those also. But let's go see. Last thing they post is the Resurgence Mega Capsule. Yeah, they haven't let us know. At least not on Discord. Yeah, the only post I see for this week is that Mega Capsule. I'll go online and have a look at their website, but I don't always find the information on there very easily. Resurgence. Here we go. Oh, yeah, so I don't know. Iconic says, honestly, they should have already used the time to make a power set variation animation, so you wouldn't have to make new powers to get a new appearance for a power. Hang on, I'm going to have to read that again. They should have already used the time to make a power set variant animation, so you wouldn't have to make a new power to get a new appearance for your power. So you think that they should have used a power set that already exists and put extra animations in it for when you choose something different? I may not be understanding that one properly. I'm so sorry. Junior said, and abandon you? No way. Slaps face to wake up. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a sweetie. Don't slap your face though. Don't do that. But I wouldn't feel abandoned. Like, it's early morning for you guys. Definitely wouldn't feel abandoned. I'd feel like that's logical. Okay, so their website currently, the most recent post is about this capsule that we're looking at now. The ones that were preceding it have nothing to do with the the bonus week at all. So we've got the producer's letter and then the Day of Reckoning information for the newest episode that is not yet out. So they have not let us know. Unless they have some new place where they post that information, it just does not exist. So maybe there is no bonus week. I do think that they put it in here, right? In events, they have like a bonus week tab now? No, it's gone. I guess after reset, they removed it. Reclaim? No. Okay, so there was a tab here, which if you're on the US server, it will probably still be there, that said bonus week. And I think it was ally favor that we had this week. So on that tab, it showed it. The fact that there's none here probably means there is not a bonus week currently. So that's a little sad. But I mean, maybe they're banking on people going through these capsules instead or something. It's a little odd. I'm used to there always being one until these new developers took over. Mystic said, lots of new players need feats and bonus weeks help newer players. Absolutely true. They do. I do think that making all of the casual stuff available to them does improve their ability to get feats and stuff completed also. I don't know how well the private match works for new players, because private match for me works really good because I can play through like alerts and stuff with one character and get it completed, get my feats potentially as well, except for the ones that have mechanics that require a particular amount of players to do something at the same time. So that works for me. I'm curious how that would go for new players if it's more helpful, because I do think it means their armor set is going to go up faster. They're going to have access to more things a lot easier. They're potentially going to get grouped with other people running other content. I don't know. But yeah, they do seem to want new players in this game. And there's a lot of different little things they could do to make it a little bit better for newer players. But yeah, I do think the bonus weeks would be really helpful. But it's a little disappointing to see that there isn't one for this week. Dead World says the logic attached to the blueprints is kind of entrenched. It runs deep in the programming. Yeah. Dead World also said, am I misunderstanding what you were suggesting? See, I'm not sure what he means. He's got, hang on. Iconic said, make power set animation variants like green quantum, blue fire, orange lantern. I don't know what you mean by animation variants. Maybe Dead World will understand better than I do what you mean by that. Do you potentially mean color changing, like grab quantum, but you can color it to green? so that we can use it for something else. Grab fire, but you can color it to blue, because I think that would be really cool. I would love to see that, but I'm not sure if I'm correct about what you mean, because animation variance isn't something that I know exactly what you mean by that. So I'm really, really sorry that I'm misunderstanding. Oh, there we go. So Deadworld said, so the animation stays the same, but the coloring and material changes. Oh, good. So I did understand, right? I think, maybe? I think that would be really cool. I would love to have purple fire. Can we have purple fire? Then I can be an ultraviolet with fire. I love fire. Mystic said, private matches help instant feats, but not zones. Yeah, you're right. I completely agree with that. It is something that I really appreciate they've put into the game, but it's weird, right? Because they seem to be doing little things that's going to be helpful for newer players coming into the game. But at the same time, they do other things that would have been helpful that they've kind of removed and stopped doing, specifically the bonus week. It's a little weird to me. I don't know. Oh, there we go. We both understood. Deadworld and I understood what Iconic was saying. Good. I do like that idea. I think that would be great. I think if they had all the power sets and we could just change the color, every single power set I had would be purple. Not gonna lie, except for a couple of blacks. I'm too predictable. Junior said, yeah, I can do solo some alert bosses now. Yes! I bet most of you can too. Yeah, absolutely. Heaps of people, I think, are running it that way. So many people have wanted it that way for so long. I thought they were going to give us the ability to team up with Iconics. So some NPCs would join us in there and they'd play along with us. Maybe not be that great, but at least be in there with us. But seems like rather than that, they're just letting us do it on our own, which frankly is fun. I'm having a great time doing that. I don't think I'm the only one either. Iconic said, that's what I meant. You could get the other lantern powers that way. Just reskin Light and Rage. Yeah, I agree. I think a lot of people want that. We want to see change. Oh, and if they're not going to give us a new power set, recoloring some of the ones that currently exist would really help us out, I think. I do think that on the horizon, there's potential for Iconic powers coming in that are light relevant, particularly with their episodes, this story arc, as they now call it, having to do with lanterns. I'm thinking that most likely the next power that we get that's an Iconic is going to be a lantern power. And I mean, they can still grab some from the Iconics that are in the game for the legendary stuff. They could grab some of St. Walker's. They already exist. I think that would be kind of cool. Deadworld said, that's one way to get all lantern power sets, but we couldn't choose a role. I'd accept even that as a win. Yeah. That's fair. I do think some people have suggested in the past that they really want to see all of the different power sets be available to all of the different play roles. So fire could also damage, tank, and then also control, and could also heal. I would need a big revamp to do that, because there's not abilities set for those specific things. But I mean, if they nabbed abilities from other ones and some of them just had the same thing as a different loadout set, like if I could grab the healer loadouts from Celestial, chuck it on my fire loadout set and change the look of it to match, potentially that would make it a little bit easier. But I do think that sounds like quite a complicated change. And I do think that would kind of restrict the amount of players who are playing particular roles. I think we'd see a lot less of some and a lot more of others, and it would make it a little less even. But with the strides that the game is currently making, with like the casual mode and the ability to do private match, and like the newest episode having the alert and raid that don't require roles at all until you hit that last boss, maybe it won't matter so much if we don't have as many roles available. I mean, at the moment it doesn't seem really, really necessary. Deadworld said that, oh, sorry, I read that one already. Mystic said, I'm still laughing at players trying to solo raids with mechanics. Can't fix stupid. Yeah, I think some people don't realize that some of the raids have mechanics that they can't do. Alerts also. There's a couple of alerts where you need at least 2 players, and some you need the 4 players to get a couple of things done. There's even a duo where if you want to, there's more than one. There's more than one duo that if you want a particular feat, you need 2 players. But yeah, I think some people are just generally unaware, which, you know, fair enough. If they haven't played that raid ever before, or they played it a very long time ago, it's probably not going to be fresh in their mind. But yeah, it's a little bit funny seeing some people try and get through a raid that they clearly are not going to get through because the mechanics need more than one player. It's a little bit funny. Dead World said, easier to create a new power set that has child blueprints of that power that can determine the role. Yeah. See, I don't understand exactly how all of the programming for games and stuff works, and you understand it much better than I do. But I don't think that I could see them adjusting all of the power sets to be able to do any role. I do think you can basically build a amateur tank with any role, though, because most of the time what it needs is to survive. So even if you can't taunt and you don't use a pull loadout, but I mean you can, even if you don't have a pull loadout, you can grab an iconic one, right? There's ways to come around it. You can build a tank with basically anything. I haven't seen anyone, like earlier someone said they're going to do it with electric or lightning. I haven't seen anybody do that, but I don't doubt that it's possible, because I myself have a gadgets that I have built who tanks. Every time we go into a load-in, even if another tank is playing who's actually a tank, I often end up being the one to tank. So it works, it can work, but that's just mucking around with it. It's not a very, very good build. It's just an okay and kind of fun build, you know? Anyway, I think I've hit the bottom of the chat. I have. So, if anybody else has any questions or anything else they'd like to discuss, please feel free, because I am happy to. But if not, then I will say you should all get tucked in and have a nice sleep. Iconic says, to Mystic, MMOs are the Kantark raid paradox is good until you need 3 people to turn the 3 cogs on the fountains. Right! Right! You need 3 people! That's what I'm saying. There's some things you just can't do because it has to be done simultaneously. Actually, that would be hilarious to watch someone trying to solo that. David said, I'm going to go to bed. Thank you for the stream. Everyone have a good day. Thank you so much, David. I hope you have a good sleep. It was lovely to have you here really, really late. But yeah, that was lovely. Mystic said, right. Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. Junior said, good night, everyone. So good night, everybody. If anyone has anything else they'd like to ask, we don't have much more time. But this was lovely. This went much longer than I thought it would. It's so nice with you guys. You guys are like the best. I have the best people in my chat all the time. I'm going to do one of the... Oh, hang on. Did I get a comment that? No. Okay, beautiful. I don't see anything else coming up in the chat, so I will say good night to you all. And thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful with all the information that I was able to show you with these construct pieces, which are kind of cool. And I hope you all get a really good sleep, especially after being here this late. So thank you. Thank you so much, guys. And now I have to do my least favorite part. I don't like the leaving part, guys. I don't. But we're going to do that, okay? Bye, everyone.